20, 30, 35, 40 and 15 ppb part per billion, and where we treated with the nitric, that is nitric oxide we purchased from the market, Mumbai market, it's 99.99 here, and then we treated, and from that we got to know that there is a color change at a different that dilution, or I can say different volume. Now, after that, we perform the validation with the linearity, reproducibility, specificity, LOD, and LFT. Now, all these things will happen with the help of smartphone. Now, on that basis, we decided I mentioned that previously, HSP, group saturation and value, where we find that this saturation value getting changed as the concentration of the nitric oxide change. And on that basis, we mentioned that when there is the higher concentration of the nitric oxide during the asthma condition, so ultimately there will be a change in the color of the paper strip. So to find out the comparative study with the marketed formulation, this is the Neox-Mino instrument, that is the patented technology of Sweden company, and this is the cost of this instrument is around, before COVID it was 7 lakh, now by it is 10 lakh. Okay, here you can see that girl, okay, exhaling the air, and that is showing on the monitor of that computer. So in this case, this paper strip, whatever the validated paper strip we prepare, that we compared with the standard one, that is the Neox-Mino, and here that 50 healthy individual we tested, and we found that there is no wide difference between the standard instrument and our paper strip. And here you can see that there is 20.54 and 20.55, that is somewhat close to each other. That means our paper strip working with it. Now the issue, as I mentioned, we have done this on the 50 healthy individuals, not the asthmatic people. And because of that, here that the study is still going on, we are asking that, and one of the United Kingdom company startup, they asked for this product, and now we are in the process that to collaborate with them. Okay, this is the first, and now coming to the second one. Here, the paper sensing strip for the detection of renal cancer. Again, if you see the case of Asia, where the maximum person, that is 36.6% people are there prone to the renal cancer. Now, after that, the Europe, then North America, Latin America, then Africa, and Oceania. So, when we are considering this, there is a need of renal cancer detection system in case of in India, where we are saying that lower income and middle income countries require such type of the system. So, for that, these are some techniques which are detecting the cancer: abdominal imaging, MRI, computed tomography, that is CT scan, and ultrasonography. Now, in this case, when we diagnose, only 25 to 30 patients are with the metastatic disease, and these are mostly detected with the ELISA and Western blot analysis. So, we move further, and for that we can say that paper-based biosensing strip for the detection of renal cancer, and in this case, we consider this aquaporin 1, that is the biomarker, okay, and this increase in the concentration of aquaporin in patient, this defines the early diagnosis of renal cancer. And with this, we can say that median urine EPQ, sorry, aquaporin 1 level was 225 nanogram per mg, and this versus 1.1 nanogram per mg in LDP. And that's why you can see the difference where the system, the normal patient having normal person having only 1.1, and there is 200 times more increase in the concentration of the aquaporin. So in this case, again the system with the cyclodextrin, and we are using the DBEB, that is tetrabromophenol blue dye. Again we cross link with the pyrolytic dianitrate, and we are getting the dispersion system, and this dispersion system we then further analyze using the urine, and this color sensing device, smartphone we use with the help of the app, and there is a change in the saturation volume. This indicates there is a case of renal cancer. Continue. So, if I want to take it the sequential step, collection of urine sample, keep the paper strip in the collected sample, remove and wait for 5 seconds. We take the change, color change, scanning using the app, positive sign of the RFC, that sorry RCC, consult your physician, negative, no sign or no consultation is required, and after this discharge the state. Okay. So for this also we performed the DSP and FTIR, and where we found that there is the complete masking of the dye in the beta cyclodextrin, and this is again the nano size formulation, and this nano size formulation is placed on the paper strip. Here, the previous case, there was a color change from white to orange, red. Here there is a color change from blue to the yellow color, because there is a change in the base, that pH value from alkaline to acidic, and that is the indication that if the person having renal cancer, that there is a change in the color. So validation of the strip using the again RGB value, and on the basis of RGB value, I can say that again the saturation value here it is getting decreased, and on that basis we can say that the person having the renal cancer. So based on this, I can say that we are in the stage of development of biosensor that is the affordable and mostly that will be used by the rural people, and discard, and I can say that this is coming trend that the pocket biodiagnostic will be with you when there is a curve or some there is a problem. You can just extend the air, find out the disease, or sometimes if there is a urine infection also, you can just test that and you can find which are the diseases, or you are completely diseased. Okay, thank you. This is my total group. Thank you.
About 30 to 40 asthmatic patients do not produce nitrates.
Yes.
So, what is the chance of false negatives?
Yeah, in that case, see what happened that time, we are in the hurry to find the patent, because that the idea was innovative and all this. Now we hire with the hospital. That was the normal procedure, right? Because we want to just find out the marketed device and our business working similar. Now it is working in a similar way. Now we tried with the hospital, one of the government hospital. But now the issue is that the frequency of the asthmatic. Okay. So that's why they are told, okay, you have to wait for 2 years. The number, if it is getting high, more than 100, we are considering that case. If it is more kindly see you.
One more quick question. In terms of binding to the paper, you have a nano small
Yeah.
and the integrated.
Yeah.
With the physical force that is called nano.
Now see, what happened in this case? It's the deposit. The deposit, I can say that it's the paper porous nature, it's the filter paper. What will filter paper? Okay, and we are just spraying with our formulation, dispersion. This nanoparticle system will totally deposited on that, and this will give the color. Yeah.
Of the particles.
Yes.
What size do you use? Don't remember.
It's the size between 300 nanometers.
My question is that aquaporin that you talked about.
Yeah.
When we have traumatic brain injury, it overexpresses. Then what will be the scenario?
There are some restrictions in this where I can say that if there is a renal inflammation or any type of a kidney disorder, okay, there also the aquaporin level is. So here, in asthma condition also I can say nitric oxide level will increase in case of non-vegetarian food also. So we are restricting, yeah, we are restricting that for them purpose. But this is why we are considering this because so many systems available in the market, they have some restrictions. But this is the cost effective thing that hopefully coming into the market.
Hello, sir. The question is how much time it will take to show the result?
30 seconds.
Okay.
That's why that is the beauty of the nanotechnology here. Because just now, to mention this, right now we file one patent on the pregnancy case. Okay. The pregnancy case mostly that regarding and all is showing the result within 1 minute. Okay. And 99.5% that is the accuracy. But still there is a problem with the point 0.5. We right now solve 99.9%, 0.1% is missing. So that's why I'm telling these are this nanotechnology will totally cover that area. And here we are considering that particle size is big, porosity is high. So whenever the biomarker come in contact with that, so ultimately there will be the color.
So the result is the form of color.
Yeah.
So how will you say the chronicity of the disease?
Chronicity of the disease, I told you, positive, negative. Yes or no? If it is yes, consult a doctor.
So
In this case, we are preparing the string, that color coding. But the issue is that there is a variation in person to person, and where we are not considering that is mostly detectable. So it's better that we are saying that positive or negative. That's all.
okay. So my last question is that like we are saying that the NO gas, okay, nitrous oxide gas, nitric oxide gas, it show the result. Is there any environmental effect of this?
Yes, there is an environmental effect. In this case, whenever you are preparing such type of the system, okay, this system, if you are keeping for a more than 5 minutes in the atmosphere, it will change the color. And that's why the packing of this system is very important work. Where we are keeping silica like this, and that is a complete pack that in presence of nut gas we are packing that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. No, this is not stability. We are saying that this is all about when you are keeping this in the environmental condition. Stability that I can say that here it is a 1 year. Okay. In that case, No, no. In that case, we found a solution that if you place this paper strip in the device, I told you the slip on that bottle. You place this in the container, okay? That device will be a totally closed system whenever you want to use. Yeah, yeah, it's happened. Yes, yes, that's why this here that the alternative of this is that we are trying to prepare some kinds of the membrane filter like system where or I can say that the lens like system of the microscope. You can place and close the system and whenever you want you can use that.
Sir, I understand. Sir, you added that sulfonilamide in that reaction.
Yeah.
So why you added that sulfonilamide?
It's a diazotization.
Okay, sir. The diazotization. Oh, and that react with cyclodextrin in place of
No, see
no.
whatever. I just tell you the reaction. Lead. Okay, one naphthyl
One
acetic
naphthyl.
diamine dihydrochloride present in the cavity of cyclone. Okay, now we are crossing with the PMD. Okay, and then there is the absorption of the sulfanilamide on the surface. Okay, now when there is a diazotization reaction, nitric oxide directly acts with the sulfanilamide. Okay, this is the porous structure. Okay, this porous structure transferred to the net and then there is a diazotization reaction. So azo compound is formed and azo compound is responsible for the JP. I hope you like this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It will be a great pleasure for us to listen to you again in our future event. Now, I would request Dr. Shikha Agrawal to present the memento to Dr. Saxena, the session chair, and Dr. Shinde, the keynote speaker. Now, I would like to introduce you all with our next chair, Dr. Nilima Naneria and Dr. David Terrero to our esteemed audience. I would like to invite them on stage. Now, I would like to request Dr. Shikha Agrawal to greet them with a bouquet. An erudite in the field of pharmaceutics, Dr. Nilima Nanaria, Associate Professor, Shivajirao Kadam Group of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Indore, is a pioneer who did her B.Pharm from the prestigious college SGSITS Indore way back in 2006. Pursuing her academic interests, ma'am did complete her M.Pharm from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University under the, under the guidance of able guidance of Dr. S.K. Jain in 2008. Ma'am recently completed her PhD in 2021 from DAVV Indore under the supervision of Dr. G.P. Chaudhary. Ma'am is an outstanding teacher and has teaching experience of extensive 11 years. Ma'am's research work include novel carrier system development and also her book chapter Toxicity of Azodize has been printed by esteemed Elsewhere publication. Because of her admirable and magnificent work, Ma'am has also been felicitated with the Excellence in Teaching Award by Srijan. Ma'am is a compassionate and hard-working teacher who continues to render her diligent services to a reputed institute. Now I would like to request Dr. Nilima Naleria to throw light on the topic and invite Dr. David Terrero. And please. Thank you, Arya. Very good afternoon to one and all present over here. Dr. David Terrero, sir is PhD in Organic Chemistry Science Program of Natural Products at Canadian Institute of Agrobiology and Natural Products. Sir is currently working as a researcher at Pontificia University. Sir is an active member of the Academy of Science of the Dominican Republic. Sir has completed his Bachelor of Chemical Science in 1983. Sir has also completed his first postdoctoral research and second postdoctoral research in 1995. Sir has done his third postdoctoral research in 1999 and Sir has also completed his postdoc in 2002. Sir has three patents registered with the United States Patent Trade Office. He has also honored with many teaching awards, reputed position and employment. 11 scientific articles and one book and more than 30 presentations at scientific meetings in different countries around the world. Sir is currently working as a scientific advisor in natural products with application to the pharmaceutical industry. Sir will present on topic electron formulation isolated from domination medical plant with anti-anthrax activity. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to thank to everybody who are here. I want to thank everybody for this invitation and all of those people who have been working to prepare this conference. For me, it's really an honor to be here with you. It's important to me to make that all of you have the information, enough information to be ready or to be interested in research, because this is one of the purpose of this seminar. My talk today is lactone formulation, isolate from a Dominican medicinal plant with anti-anthrax activity. I am from Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is a little island in the Caribbean, which has about 48,000, 448 square kilometers. We have a population of 11 million, and our country is very well known in the world because of the baseball player, which has a really big famous in the United States. So famous, those three guys, what you see in the picture, these three guys, the salary of them is more than 1,000 million of dollars. We are known as also for research and for research tourism, and our main uh, reason for our economy is tourism. I am from Autonomous University of Santo Domingo, which is a state university. There's a population of the students about 236,000 students. It is the first university founded in America, which was founded in 1538. The work what I'm going to present today, it was granted in that university, but I don't work anymore in that university because I'm retired. The university which I am working right this moment is Pontifical University Catholic Modern Master, which was founded in 1962. It's a private university, Catholic. The population of the student is about 10,000. The university where the lactone was isolated is in Spain, and it's University of La Laguna, Tenerife, Canarias. Here you see Dr. Fernando and his group, who I was working with. And the other university is University of Las Vegas, Nevada, where I made the anthrax activity. Here you see Dr. Abel. I was working with Dr. Abel in that university, and it is interesting to say that Dr. Abel is a prominent scientific in America. He's working he has his group in University of Las Vegas, Nevada. And his son of Abel has been a prominent civil engineer, which was killed for the patriarchal regiment of Dr. Joaquin Balaguer. What I want to say in my actually is my talk speak about this lactone, which is against anthrax, and it is related to bioterrorism. And I can say that bioterrorism has been one of the practices far in the past. And Bacillus anthracis, it is the Bacillus work in this work in this talk. The last edition of this type of bioterrorism was in September 11, 2001 in the United States, after the Twin Tower attack, terrorist attack. As this work is a convergent multidisciplinary research, and it presents a lactone pharmacologically active, which has a significant activity against anthrax bacillus. Anthrax bacillus is a disease caused by this type of Bacillus anthracis. It's a microbial bio microbia who live in the soil. And if we want to see something about the historical background of this of terrorism, we can say that in 1939 we see it in the Second World War. Polish resistance used this type of method. In 1952, Mau Mau the same. In 1963, Mr. Suzuki in Japan the same. In 1981, the world the same. In 1984, Mr. Rajit in Portland, Oregon, which is a man who was born in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. He used in Oregon, United States, he used Salmonella typhimurium to contaminate a salad in a restaurant. Then 1995, Hiro in Japan. In the last one, what I was telling you, in 2001, in the U.S. bioterrorism attack, anthrax spores were additionally disseminated in the United States. Anthrax affects farm animals more. It causes a really bad infection in the skin. The spores are inhaled, affects the lung, and again this type of bacteria. It causes gastrointestinal effects, and even the diagnosis is more or less not so difficult to work. But, uh, but as the people don't know they have an anthrax, it could be very late when they go to treat it. This is like where was isolated from a botanic family from Dominican flora. It's one of the greatest. Dominican flora, I want to say Dominican flora has one of the greatest diversity of flora in America, and it has a really similar flora like in India. 1800 plant has been identified as endemic and with a chemotaxonomy relationship like other genus botanic family. It represents about 36% of the total flora. Our work is going to be it was done in Securidaca Brigada, which is a polygalaxia. The role of Securidaca Brigada has been used in traditional medicine in the form of a liquid. It is used against flu, laryngitis, urinary tract infection, for uterine fibroid tumors, mostly is known in Dominican Republic as for against sexual transmitted disease. Bibliographic review for this plant didn't provide not much information, only for the Cuidaca longipedulata, and non-practical known of our species, which is Securidaca regata. Only antiviral activity and some molecule related to glycerols. The way to make this, look, I'm trying to do this talk to show the expert students that the way very clear you have to do one information. Maybe if I were in another stage, I will use another type of presentation. During the extraction and plant, you use type of machine like this, drill, and for extraction circles like this. When you are going to make chromatographic work, in our work, chromatographic work was done. This type of chromatographic, we're using a large quantity of different type of polar solvent to finally take the electron dihydromethylenedione. The The picture what you see here, it is in the University of Las Vegas, Nevada. When you are using chromatography, you need to use, but then you make the extract with the subject before and show it. Then you need to use all of your column to make your different fraction. Your fraction you need to separate and then take those types of fraction which is important to you, and then of that you go to the HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography. When you got your product perfectly isolated, perfectly pure, and then you need to know the structure. To know the structure, of course, you need the most important machine to know the structure is the magnetic resonance spectrometry. In our case, the magnetic resonance spectrometry, we have this spectrum, proton spectrum, which has a multiplet with the integration for two hydrogen in 2.98 ppm, and triplet, which integration for 100, and triplet. And this information here, you got this type of spectrum. Then, when you got the spectrum, your proton spectrum, then you go to the carbon 13 nuclear magnetic resonance to know the amount of carbon what you have in your molecule. Those type of carbon, if it's primary, secondary, or tertiary carbon. But you have already finished your magnetic resonance of carbon 13, you go to another experiment. And this type of experiment is COSI 2. Is an experiment which can connect any type of hydrogen in your molecule. So you have all of the information of connection in between any type of hydrogen. Then you go to the double proton nuclear magnetic resonance irradiation, which is a type of experiment that can connect any carbon with any hydrogen in your molecules. All of this point in your spectrum give you the information which is the base for the next information what you have in order you can get your structure. After that, you can go, or we went to another different experiment, which is an experiment we connect your carbon, your protein to your carbon and carbon to all the distance. And this way, you can have more information on how is established your structure. All of those was done, and then you need also mass spectrometry. In our case, the mass spectrometry show a molecular ion in 100, corresponding to a molecule which is C5H6O2. You need to know about your infrared information to see all of the double the double carbon count what you have in your molecule. For case, the number of 1661 and 1761 centimeter less one, it show a lacton. Then spectrometer resonance magnetic nuclear 500 megahertz. Position of data. And you got finally doing all of this, we got our molecule. And this molecule, the most important of this is that first in our initial work, we have the extracts that we knew that this extract was important in against um, as an antibiotic. And after that, we go to the extraction, then separation from autographic separation, and then to elucidation of your structure, and then when you elucidate your structure, you again go to show your activity, and and you have more or less all of your work is done when having an structure. You can connect your structure with an activity, and it was in our case was Bacillus anthrax. Due to the importance of this lactone, the natural product also was evaluated against Bacillus anthrax by means of ELISA spectrometric methodology to all of this concentration. As you see in this slide, you have a natural series and you have a synthetic series. That means that in our work, we only not only we separate from plant from the extraction of a molecule, but we went to the laboratory and make the synthesis to have your natural molecule again your synthetic molecule. Here we have the way of the lactone was measured in the ELISA, and if you see in the bottom line to 4 hours, you see the right in the here. You see how the effectivity of the lactone works. So, as you know, in ELISA, what you are measuring is the optical density, and the optical density show you the way how this lactone work against the Bacillus anthrax. Here the synthetic lactone, and after that, we can establish that this lactone, which is dihydrophile methylene 2,3-H-furanol, like an Bacillus anthrax activity. We can give the credit to Dr. Ernesto Ver, Andy Fui, Dr. Fernando Garcia Tellado, Dr. Raúl Manuel Fraga, and David Herrero, which is me. This is a group of the synthesis of lactone in Spain, Dr. Fernando Garcia Tellado, and this synthesis goes on in an interesting way because it was in a one spot work. One spot work it is that you put all of your reaction in just one step, and all of your reaction finish in one step. Here you see the group of research of Dr. Ernesto Bell in Las Vegas, and before that, just to say that one of the most scientific opportunity to work, I think, even in India and in America, it is natural products. Natural products is the base of the most of the 60% of the products approved for FDA in the United States of America. Natural product have give you all of the information to get the most important product pharmaceutical product that you can find until now. So in this moment, I would like to invite you, to invite all of the students here to think about natural products. Here in India, you got a lot of groups which work with natural products. And natural products, even though I made this presentation, it's not very easy. As you see, this work, it is more than 5 or 6 years working. Of course, I didn't want to to show all of the detail of this work in order not to take more the time that was given to make this talk, but in order not to get you tired. But this type of work is really interesting and it's really it's a hard working field of research in science. So America and India have interesting important family of botanical plants. The most of what I see the same is that chemotaxonomically we have family there that you have here. If you try to review it in the bibliography, you will see that there is a lot of interesting and important molecule which has been isolated in one type of family or in one type of genus. And if you have a species with the same genus here and in other place, that is then give you information to work with that. Maybe sometimes maybe you could have a species where you don't have any information in your country. But if you got information of your genus, even though it is not the same species, this is an important point to go through, to go to work with this type of plan. Finally, what I want to say is all of this work produced more than 3 patents. And of course, I didn't show here all of the information to what has been done in more than 8 or 9, maybe 10 years. And it is not only anti-anthrax, the activity of this molecule. This molecule has an activity against some type of cancer. This molecule has an activity against some type of virus. Um, but in this opportunity, I only want to think about anti-anthrax. Uh, the the other thing I want to say is that when you try to research, when you try to work in research, you are you are running the most important road that you can walk. Because in any other part of your professional life, you only will have a drop of salary. But when you go through science, you got no drop in your salary. Your salary is going to depend on your imagination. Your salary is going to depend of the way have you been put to work with this type of work or to get what you want to get. If you want that I give you some information, let me tell you this. The patent which has which has been sold which has been sold with the less quantity of money, it has more than billion of dollars. More than billion of dollars. So, in my opinion, when a university, when a student, when a group of scientists put all of their effort to work in science. They are working. They are working, and in that way, when you will have all of your what you have all any time imagine in your area. Let me finish with this slide. Please. Let me finish with this slide. Did I pass? Let me finish with this slide. Hey, look, ¿quién habla español aquí? ¿Quién habla español? Look, there. Here I have two, two addresses. This is Instagram and this other one. And this is Pizza Human. Pizza Human. Please take a picture, please. Please, take the picture for me. All of you, please. Take it. It's something important. It's something important for you. Something important. This um, this company in United States, they are interested in investing in young people. They're interested in invest in students for mobility or for scholarship. So try to follow this all of what they publish, say like, and they will register your like, and with this they will measure if you are able to have one of their scholarships. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It will be a great pleasure for us to listen to you again in our future events. Now, I would request Dr. Piyush Trivedi to present the memento to Dr. Niliman Nanaria, the session chair, and Dr. David Guerrero, the keynote speaker. Now we will be having a coffee break of 15 minutes. After that, we will continue our valedictory program.
You can sit here quietly and we'll follow with the validity function. It will take another 5 minutes or 10 minutes to arrange over here. And let's go on back with the agreement. And the panel, I mean, you have a tea and biscuits there outside. Once you finish